and welcome to another 1-minute waffle, this time on the Blackoystercatcher White Pearl Blend 2019. Now, I've been waiting for a very long time to tell you about the enormously exciting wines that are coming out of the Agulhas Wine Triangle. If you don't know what the Agulhas Wine Triangle is, it's quite literally a triangle down on the southernmost tip of Africa that includes regions like Cape Agulhas, Napier, Elim, Mulchas, Swellendam, and there are some incredible estates that are producing incredible wines. The problem is it's a little bit like the Fortress of Solitude in that it's hugely remote. It's a 2.5-hour drive from Cape Town, roughly. The landscape is not at all inviting. You've got lashing coastal winds, chillsome temperatures, and a whole lot of old shipwrecks, which kind of tells you that it's been uninviting for a very long time. But as we all know, vines are like tortured artists, right? They're at their best when they're cold and stressed and underfed. In fact, the best wine regions in the world are all kind of marginal and uncomfortable for the vines themselves. And maybe this is why year after year, the Agulhas Wine Triangle seems to produce trophy wine after trophy wine. We know Trezane Barnard's Reserve Syrah from Elim has won Best Red. We know that her White Blend has won its fair share of Best in Show awards. David Nevo's Ghost Corner, Bowline, and his Wild Ferment Sauvignon Blanc are no stranger to award ceremonies. And then you've got Sauvignon Blanc producers like Strandveld and like Giant Periwinkle, which are amongst some of the most exciting Sauvignon Blancs I've tasted this year. Which brings us to the Blackoystercatcher White Pearl, which is a Bordeaux-style white blend. Now, this wine features a clever little bit of winemaking from owner and winemaker 𝕊𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚. What it does is features some barrel-fermented Semillon, which adds palate weight and lemongrass elements and lovely, intriguing, smoky oak, and even if you squint a little, the ever so subtle hint of butterscotch. And that is put alongside tank-fermented Sauvignon Blanc. Now remember, it's important that Sauvignon Blanc is tank fermented often because in an environment like a tank, you can keep the oxygen out. And oxygen is what destroys those amazing aromatics like elderflower and kiwi fruit and Cape gooseberry and passion fruit. Honestly, the nose on this wine is as explosive as a bus driver after a prawn curry. And this is because of the combination of tank fermented Sauvignon Blanc that brings the aromas and then the weight and texture and just presence of the Semillon component that was barrel fermented. A beautiful blend, very cleverly put together. Of course, this particular wine regularly gets underestimated because of its ugly little screw cap. It's worth saying at this point that if you are someone who judges wine by its screw cap, you're going to be missing out more and more because despite the fact that cork is now making a comeback in New Zealand and Australia, South African winemakers are starting to put some increasingly fancy wines into increasingly ugly screw caps. Don't forget to leave your thoughts at the bottom of the wine page, leave a review, and if you have any questions about the Agulhas Wine Triangle or about some of the amazing producers that you can find there, leave those questions on the site, and if I don't know the answer immediately, I will find it out and let you know.